Welcome back to Prince Bikes Update, your go-to spot for everything two wheels and torque. Today we're diving deep into a machine that's turning a lot of heads in 2025, the all-new Honda CMX 850 Rebel. This bike is stirring things up in the cruiser segment, blending classic cruiser aesthetics with modern tech and performance. So whether you're a longtime Rebel fan or just getting into mid-weight cruisers, grab a drink, sit back, and let's get into every inch of this beast. Starting off with the first impression, the Honda CMX 850 Rebel absolutely nails the cruiser stance. The first thing that grabs you is that low-slung frame and the signature Rebel silhouette that's been scaled up to match the 850 class. Honda's clearly paid attention to the design language here. It's aggressive, muscular, and sleek. At the front, the bike sports a wide, chunky telescopic fork with a minimalistic round LED headlamp that still has that unmistakable Rebel attitude. The blacked-out treatment is carried throughout forks, handlebars, engine covers, exhaust. Everything contributes to that stealthy, no-nonsense look. From the side, it's even more impressive. You notice how well balanced the proportions are. The fuel tank is sculpted and slightly raised, maintaining that flowing line from the handlebars down to the seat. It gives the bike a nice visual weight at the front, while the sloping seat and short rear fender keep things compact and clean at the back. The double cradle frame is neatly tucked under the bodywork, and everything feels well integrated and no loose wires or clutter. The engine dominates the midsection with a beautifully machined finish, and the radiator is mounted cleanly to minimize visual bulk. Now swing around to the back and you get a proper feel for how Honda wants this Rebel to be seen on the road. The tail is short, stubby, and aggressive. The minimalist rear fender hugs the wheel tightly, and the LED tail light is small but bright, with side indicators integrated cleanly. It's got that classic bobber vibe but modernized. The dual rear shock absorbers sit slightly inclined and are finished in matte black, continuing the dark theme. Even the license plate holder and indicators are mounted in a way that doesn't break the aesthetic. Honda's done a great job keeping everything tidy and premium. Let's talk about the heart of the machine, the engine. The 2025 CMX 850 Rebel is powered by a newly developed 850cc parallel twin, liquid-cooled, stock engine, tuned for strong low-end torque and cruiser-friendly power delivery. This motor is derived from the same platform that powers some of Honda's newer touring bikes but has been reworked with new cams, intake, and exhaust to suit the Rebel's character. It pushes out around 76 horsepower and 72 Nm of torque, and it feels meaty and responsive without being overwhelming. The 6-speed gearbox is buttery smooth, with the slip-and-desist clutch making city rides and long cruises much easier on your hands. On the road, the bike feels planted and confident. Throttle response is sharp, but not twitchy. The power delivery is linear. It doesn't try to yank you off the seat, but it builds speed confidently. You'll really appreciate that low-end torque in urban traffic or when you're cruising through winding roads. It makes overtakes effortless and gives you that proper big bike feel. And when you open it up on the highway, it just glides. There's minimal vibration thanks to the dual counterbalancers, and the engine feels refined even at higher revs. You get a nice throaty growl from the exhaust too, not too loud, but enough to make your presence known. Handling is where Honda has made some serious strides. Despite being a cruiser, the CMX 850 Rebel is surprisingly nimble. The chassis is rigid yet forgiving, and it tips into corners with confidence. The low center of gravity, combined with the well-calibrated suspension setup, makes it easy to maneuver even in tight spots. Up front, you've got a 41mm telescopic fork and dual shocks at the rear with adjustable preload. The ride quality strikes a balance between comfort and feedback. You feel connected to the road without being rattled by every pothole. Braking is handled by a single large disc up front with a radial mount caliper and a matching rear disc, both equipped with dual-channel ABS. The brakes are progressive and have good bite, giving you confidence in both dry and wet conditions. Honda's also thrown in selectable ride modes and traction control, so you can tailor the ride based on your mood or road conditions. There's even cruise control, which is a huge plus on those longer rides. Tech-wise, the Rebel 850 doesn't go overboard, but it gets all the essentials just right. The instrument cluster is a full-color TFT display, compact and crisp. It shows you all the critical info: a speed, RPM, gear position, fuel range, trip meters, ride mode, and more. It's easy to read even in direct sunlight. There's Bluetooth connectivity for your phone, navigation prompts, and music control via Honda's Road Sync app. You also get a USB-C charging port tucked under the tank for convenience. Now let's talk about the seat and rider comfort. It's arguably one of the most important things for any cruiser. Honda's designed the seat to be low and wide, perfect for riders of varying heights. At just about 27.5 inches off the ground, it's super accessible. The cushioning is plush without being too soft, and the step-up pillion seat is removable if you want that solo bobber look. Footpegs are forward set but not stretched out to an extreme. It's a relaxed position that lets you ride for hours without fatigue. The handlebars are set at just the right reach, and the mirrors give a decent field of view. Fuel tank capacity is around 13 liters, which might seem a bit tight for long-distance touring, but the engine is efficient enough to return around 23 to 25 km/L depending on how you ride, giving you a range of roughly 300 km per tank. Pretty decent for a mid-size cruiser. Colors available for the 2025 Rebel 850 include matte black, pearl white, and a deep metallic red that looks absolutely stunning in sunlight. Each variant gets subtle trim differences, but all of them maintain that stealthy, modern cruiser vibe. Pricing is where things get interesting. Honda has positioned the Rebel 850 competitively in the market. Depending on your region and the variant, it's expected to be priced around $9,000 to $10,500. In India or Southeast Asian markets, it may come in the Rs. 9 to 11 lakh range. Ex-showroom. That puts it right in the sweet spot for riders looking for a premium yet approachable big bike experience without jumping straight into the heavyweight cruiser category. Compared to rivals like the Harley-Davidson Nightster or the Kawasaki Vulcan S, the Rebel 850 strikes a nice balance. It may not have the same loud character as a Harley, but it more than makes up for it with refinement, reliability, and everyday usability. Maintenance is expected to be straightforward, with Honda's typical reliability backing it up, and with the growing availability of accessories like saddlebags, backrests, fly screens, and performance upgrades, you can really customize the Rebel to fit your style. Overall, the 2025 Honda CMX 850 Rebel is a solid addition to Honda's lineup. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel but instead refines everything that made the smaller Rebels popular and brings it to a more powerful platform. If you're looking for a mid-weight cruiser that looks mean, rides smooth, and won't give you a headache in maintenance or cost, this one should definitely be on your radar. So that's it for today's detailed review of the Honda CMX 850 Rebel. I hope you enjoyed the walk around, the deep dive into performance, and all the little features that make this bike such a compelling option in 2025. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Prince Bikes Update for more reviews, comparisons, and riding tips. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the Rebel 850? Would you pick this over a Harley or a Vulcan? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next ride.